Ah, the Typhoon. The bane of all Rune Factory players. Good for absolutely nothing other than ruining your crops and your fields. Or is it? You know, most people thought that Typhoons in Rune Factory 4, myself included, were for nothing other than destroying your fields. But upon doing some research, I found some interesting things happen during a Typhoon, which includes a rare monster appearing along with a secret area opening up. But before I show you where they both are, I just want to make sure you know how to handle a Typhoon. Now, I'm going to assume you know how to prepare for a Typhoon to save your crops, but if you don't, just buy wettable powder and put it on your crops. But something you may be asking yourself is, how do I know when a Typhoon is going to show up? Well, it's fairly simple. If you talk to the villagers, they may bring up the fact that a Typhoon is approaching, in which case you had better prepare for it or kiss your crops goodbye. However, if you have beaten the second act of the game, you will be able to do extra orders. Two of which include bringing the Typhoon closer, which I did for this video, or to push them farther away. If you want a Typhoon to show up, simply go to the orders menu and select it to come closer. Duh. And then go to sleep, and check the menu each day. If you don't see the order bringing the Typhoon closer, then that means the Typhoon is going to strike tomorrow. And it always hits immediately when you wake up at 6 AM. Now that that's out of the way, let's go to the secret area first. If you go to the Autumn Road under the Obsidian Mansion, you will notice that there is a path that is normally blocked by trees. However, when a Typhoon is here, when you enter the area, you will get a cutscene and lightning will destroy one of the trees blocking the path, letting you access the new area. Upon entering this new area, you will notice that there are monsters here, as there are for most rooms. But if you defeat all of these monsters, a warp will open up and it will take you to one more room containing 4 treasure chests. Now, the other reason you may want a Typhoon to show up is to fight a very strong enemy named Typhoon. Yeah, very creative, I know. But all joking aside, this guy will mess you up if you are not prepared to fight him. And that's only if you want to beat him. Me, being the foolish person that I am, wanted to tame this monster. You may be asking yourself, what's so foolish about that? Absolutely nothing if you are a higher level than the monster you're trying to tame and have the items you need to tame it. I had neither. Now, I know I did a basic taming tutorial for my last video, but one of the things I forgot to mention was how to capture a monster that's a higher level than you are. So I guess you can kind of think of this as a part 2 to that. And yes, it is entirely possible to capture a monster that is a higher level than you, even if you don't have the items to tame it, but it is nearly impossible. In order to do this, you are going to need a couple of items. Number 1 is a brush, which is very easy to get. You literally get this in the beginning of the game. Number 2 is a lot of high-level, high-quality items, which isn't so hard to get, it's just annoying. And the final thing you need to get is a weapon containing the Love Infinity. And that may take some time to get, unless you already have one or you have a heart crystal in your inventory, in which case this will be extremely easy for you. If you don't, here's how to get it. Go near the entrance to the Autumn Road and keep destroying this love gate. It always appears here every single time you go into this room. However, the drop rate for heart crystals is very, very low. So to make this just a little bit easier, equip a happy ring. It increases the item drop rate. Once you have a heart crystal, go back to your forge and make a basic weapon like a short sword and put the heart crystal in the components to make it. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, click this link and it will give you a better explanation of what I'm talking about. Now that we have all the stuff we need, let's go to the monster, which is located next to the spring field on the bridge. I advise you save it. This is probably going to take you a couple of tries, if you're lucky. Oh, and make sure you have a lot of healing items on you, you're gonna need them. After you enter the room, the exits seal off like they would during a normal boss fight. Now what I want you to do may sound really weird, but you need to go up to it and keep brushing it. When you brush it, a symbol appears above its head. When the symbol stops appearing above its head, that's when you stop brushing it. Oh, and fair warning, while you're brushing it, this thing will beat the crap out of you. After the symbol stops showing up, pull out your Love Affinity weapon and proceed to start hitting it. Along with damaging it, a Love Affinity weapon will make the monster or whatever you're smacking it like you a little bit more, making this thing easier to tame. Now hopefully you didn't make a strong weapon with the heart crystal because you still can kill this thing with a love weapon. After you feel like you smacked it enough times, now's the time to give it the items. Normally you would be using a melee apple to tame it. to get the melee apple, you would either have to A. Go to Rune Prana on floor 4 and grind the Siren boss until it starts giving you melee apples, or B. Grind this guy until he gives you melee apples. And this guy only appears once per Typhoon, so you can imagine how hard that is. But fortunately for us, regular items work too. It's just higher quality items and higher leveled items will work better for it. Hopefully this worked for you, because it took me quite a while. I decided to name him Cain after the Dragoon from Final Fantasy IV. But that's all for now. And as always, until next time, see you later. Hey, did you like the video? If you want to see more Rune Factory videos, or more of my other videos, like and subscribe. And if you want me to cover something in Rune Factory 4, let me know in the comments below. In fact, my next video is going to be something someone suggested. And unless something happens, I usually upload every Saturday. See you then!